An accused Capitol Rioter, have to say accused because the man has not been convicted, but a man by the name of Richard Barnett. You probably don't know the name, but you'll recognize him from the photo, because this is the dude who had his picture taken with his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk. So he's an accused Capitol Rioter until he's convicted. But his lawyers went to court this past week and told the judge that they want a list of words, phrases, and topics totally barred from this dude's upcoming trial. So the list of words that his lawyers do not want said in court. Let me read this. Mr. Barnett requests that this honorable court order the exclusion of terrorism, terrorist, insurrection, insurrectionists, mob, rioter, treason, traitor, sedition, conspiracy, attack on the Capitol, attack on democracy, threat to democracy, attack on Congress, white supremacy / supremacists, police were killed, stun gun, and other inflammatory language related to groups such as the Proud Boys and Oathkeepers, as well as references to places on the grounds or in the Capitol where he did not go. So basically, they're trying to say, look, hey, we know this is bad, but could you just not say, like, any bad words about our guy? In fact, if you could really just tell prosecutors to go in there and be like, wow, he's such a stand-up guy, he's pretty super awesome. That would be cool if you could just do that and not let them use any words to suggest that this man broke the law. Now, to be fair, some of those words absolutely could sway a jury, which is why the lawyers are doing that. However, when you put pretty much every possible word out there, the judge is going to be left with no choice but to probably, depending on the judge, deny the motion, right? You went too big, too much, too far. And that's not even as far as they went. They went even further. Barnett's attorneys also asked the court to exclude any news reports that mention police officers who died after the riot, and they want to prohibit prosecutors from introducing video or photo evidence of violent clashes with police officers, because he wasn't a part of that. You know, it was happening in the event that he was involved in, but he wasn't involved in that specific subset of the event, so you can't show that. It gets worse. The attorneys asked the court to bar prosecutors from telling the jury that Barnett legally owned guns and was involved in Second Amendment groups, and they also don't want them to introduce any evidence about Trump's own legal fight to overturn his election loss. All right, so you can't talk about the entire thing that started the Capitol riot, why this douche tool was in there to begin with. You can't call him an insurrectionist or a terrorist or talk about any other groups involved in any of this stuff. Can't do any of it. But you also can't show anything that happened that day either. So what can the prosecutors do? What is left for them as evidence other than literally the photograph showing this man at Nancy Pelosi's desk, right? That's the fun part of it. Even if the judge goes along with everything this guy's lawyers say, if the judge says, all right, fine, whatever you want, we'll do it. Prosecutors are going to be like, oh no, all we have left is this picture of you at the scene of the crime. Oh no, however will we get a conviction when all we're left with is the photographic evidence? You're screwed either way, bud. It doesn't matter what words you exclude from the trial. You're going to end up in prison. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.